here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Rejected by Gasol. Outside Rose. The feed now to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now a 10-point Bulls lead. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. The shot no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Allen with it. Roten kicks to Allen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Noah the screen. Butler goes in. Rebound, Brooklyn. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Sanders, top of the key. Allen dishes to Young. He feeds it to Sanders. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Stolen by Noah. Oh, and here comes Rose, all alone. And that is good. Rose has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Back to Noah. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Chicago leading by 3. Outside Rose. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And he gets the bucket. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's McDermott. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. 15 points for Doug McDermott.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Payne passes to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez kicks to Redick. Back to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Johnson. Second shot opportunity. Boss, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Rose, and it's sent back by Lopez. Payne dishes to Redick. Pass to Boss. And Gasol comes to help.
Look for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
.149 left here in the fourth quarter. Nice shot by McDermott.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Redick for 3. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
How about Joakim Noah in this 8 rebounds, and he's stolen the ball 4 times.
He's just been impossible to contain. He's been unreal in this game.
Utterly fantastic is how I would categorize that performance, Greg.
Boss, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Payne passes to Lopez. Stolen by Noah. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. McDermott, no one around him. And the shot falls short this time.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And here are the Bulls now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Noah kicks to Butler. Another shot rejected by Payne, and they get it back. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Redick for 3. Cannot hit, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And stolen by Butler. To the inside, and stolen by Redick. Fires from deep. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Outside Rose. Double team on Rose. McDermott gets to Gasol. That's a 2 from Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Butler's got 45 points.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging...
Well, a nice win for...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan player, Jimmy Butler. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
Just an